Hi everyone! So I'm always looking for new workout ideas. I get bored with workouts really easily. I've probably said that before. And I love hot yoga, but it's very expensive. So I like to go to the free classes at Lululemon, and they have a different instructor that they showcase every month. So I love going to those. And every time I go there, their store is really focused on goals, whether it's workout goals or life goals. So I was just going to talk about some of my workout goals. For me, that usually means working out probably every other day. I did used to work out 5 or 6 days a week, but I don't know. I'm not one of those people that have a lot of energy, and I actually don't take caffeine just because I don't know, I'm not a big caffeine fan, and I literally am hyper for an hour and then I crash. So caffeine is not realistic for me. And I don't usually take energy supplements, so finding energy and the time to work out is always really tough. Just the motivation, get up and go. I usually like working out in a class better or with a partner as opposed to myself, because if I'm working out alone, I usually won't do what I would do if I'm in a class and everyone else is doing the same thing. I'm like, oh, I don't want to look so lazy, so I just keep going. But when I'm by myself, I'm like, oh, whatever. So just some of my ideas for working out I was going to share with you. Obviously, like I said, hot yoga. I love hot yoga. It's great cardio. You get into shape within 3 or 4 weeks, which is a big deal for me because that's the toughest thing. And I love it, and you really have to find an instructor that works for you. In La Jolla, I recommend Soul Yoga. They're actually in the Ralph Center by AMC, and they are fantastic, and they usually have sales for Memorial Day and at the end of the year. So if you're like, oh my gosh, this is so expensive, no, it's cheaper at different times of the year, so you gotta look out for that. And also it's cheaper for students, so don't forget about your student discount. And then, what else was I gonna say? I do like hot yoga, but some people don't just because it's really sweaty. I never sweat when I work out. I'm dripping buckets when I go in there. So it's a completely different atmosphere. You literally have to get, if you have a plain yoga mat, you have to get some kind of non-stick towel on top of it. And the non-stick towel I have is a Gaiam towel from Target, and it actually still slips. So I recommend investing in a Yogi Toes one, because those are more expensive, but definitely worth it, and they have some really cute colors. So there's that. If you're really into yoga or Pilates, or you're looking for something that's relaxing and yet you're working every single muscle, that's the workout for you. But I'm not sure if I could do that every single day. I can usually do it 6 days a week for 5 weeks, but after that I'm pretty tired. So it's tough for me to continue. So Lululemon is a great aspect to this, because they actually have Saturday morning yoga classes. Some locations have the running clubs. I think the one in Irvine and the South Coast Plaza one have the running clubs. And then usually they have a Tuesday night class. It can be kettlebell, it can be CrossFit, it can be bar body, whatever you like. But that's fun because you get to meet new people there. It's usually a younger crowd, but sometimes it's moms and daughters working out together, so that's always cool. And I love just that Lululemon focuses on building community, so that's great. My other idea is obviously running, but if you live and you run in the same place every week, that can get old really fast. Literally behind where I live, there's a little peanut loop, and literally you can go one way or the other way, and after that you're like, okay, I do this workout every day. Or if you go to the gym, if you have a gym that you go to, if you have a gym in your complex or in your attractive homes, then that can get old really fast too, especially if you're I only do the ski machine, or I only do the treadmill, or I only do the bike. I need some variety. I can't do that every time. I can do that maybe once a week without getting bored, because I either need to be watching TV or listening to music, and I'd read, but that's really tough when you're running. So my other recommendation is paddleboarding, which was actually really fun. If you heard me in another video, I was talking about how I got sunscreen in my eye, and that was horrible. But paddleboarding is fun because you're near the water, but if you have good balance, you don't necessarily touch the water. So that's great if you're like me, who is terrified of dark ocean water. I like to see the bottom. It freaks me out when I can't. So I do like paddleboarding and kayaking, and actually I think in Orange County they have like moonlight kayaking too, and like Newport Back Bay and stuff, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, that's pretty much my recommendations. I've been trying a bunch of different stuff lately. On my iPhone, I actually have a Nike Training Club app, and it does different like mini 15-minute workouts, and they're fabulous. And then I also have the Wii Fit Just Dance game, and that's really fun. I actually do end up sweating if you're playing for like more than 30 minutes. You can get really into it. So that's lots of fun, but it's just really tough to find a workout that works for you. I know people that make their own workouts at home, like they consist of like stretching and cardio, and I can do that, but like I said, if I'm working out by myself, it's really tough for me to stay motivated. So those are just some ideas that I had. Obviously there are training clubs or sport clubs that have freebies that you can try them out for like a month, so that's great, but at some point those might run out. So those are my recommendations. So if you have any other ideas about working out, please let me know. And thanks so much for listening, and don't forget to subscribe.